No.
Hello, everybody. This episode started without a hitch.
Yeah,
Press the record button and we go. That's how it goes.
that's right.
On,
No
on
problems
show,
whatsoever.
Zero interest. So, RWBY, Season 2, Episode 5. I'm not going to indulge them anymore. Alright. So.
We start with Pyrrha, and Pyrrha looks much better than Season 1, because we get a full close-up. And, yeah. She's fighting in front of the class against Carden and his boys.
The entire team. It's just her.
And she single-handedly takes them all out.
Yep.
Because polarity is a really powerful power.
It's kind of OP when people don't realize you're using it.
Mm-hmm. She jumps off her own shield in midair. She wears a lot of metal. You notice that?
She does, yes. Well, in fairness, a lot of them do.
Yeah, but particularly like on her legs, and that really, you can kind of see how that would affect her.
It's like if someone's like overpowering and she just needs to backstep, she can just whoop and do that very quickly with metal on her legs.
Also metal on her head, which could and neck primarily.
So, out of the way quite easily.
Yeah, as well as the metal band on her arm. So I need to protect myself.
Basically, all of her extremities are covered in metal, which I hadn't noticed until you mentioned it. So,
not her arms, oddly enough. Just like there's a metal bracelet on the shield arm, but like her actual arms.
Sword.
Yeah. But she uses metal to help herself move better, I feel like.
And make her enemies move worse.
And
her opponents move worse. Which means, yes, she does incredibly well in fights against human opponents. Grim...
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, who wants to go next? And it's like, hey, Blake, you want to do it? And Blake's like,
Miss Belladonna? You've been rather docile for the past few classes.
And then Mercury is like, I'll do it.
But I'm gonna fight...
Yeah. And then it's Roman versus Greek. Yeah, I'll fight you, Pyrrha. And it's like, Pyrrha just fought. Come on, pick somebody else. Like, nope, I'm going to fight her. Pyrrha's like, yeah, it's okay. And so they fight, and he figures out her ability is polarity, and he's like, ugh. I forfeit.
I forfeit.
And I feel like there's something profoundly lost when you know that the bad guys are bad guys.
You know that the bad guys are bad guys, but you have no idea what they're planning.
I don't know what they're planning, but like, if it were to be, say, Jean was the bad guy. That's not going to happen. But say Jean was the bad guy. And he forfeits as soon as... He forfeits in that same way, but he forfeits in like, oh man, I'm going to lose. We find out later, I was just trying to find out what your abilities were. That would be really good, like, oh, I can see that.
I mean... Okay, compare this to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was boring as fuck until the reveal. But that's still, like, 17 episodes of boring as fuck.
I know, but, like, I'm saying...
a lot of that in Season 1 of just everything's kind of non-threatening, and
I'm saying our main villain team, we have 3 of our main villain team in the school at the same time, all being villains together.
Yeah.
And I feel like you could have only one of them in the school as a sort of a plant that could do things, and the other two could be on the outside. I'm saying you don't need all three necessarily in there.
You kind of do. If you remember, teams. It would be very strange if there was only one of them. And
But
they
the
do have
teams
a
are
fourth
like-
member that you will see later.
Okay. If they have a fourth member, that's fine. But I've just been thinking, oh, it's a team of three. They're going to have somebody weird on their team anyways. It's not part of them. So it just kind of seemed weird with that number. But if it's 4, that's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the evil team. Yeah, and there's something to be said for not knowing the evil team is the evil team.
They're... In some stories, yes, but with how non-threatening the show has been so far, I think it needed this sort of thing, just to know someone was doing something sinister.
Yeah.
And that there is a threat, and it is very imminent.
Yeah, I guess. But moving on. Let's see. We go on to Blake is asked to the dance by Sun. And she's like, oh, what? I thought you knew me better than that.
So I hear there's this dance going on this weekend. That sounds pretty lame, but you and me, I'm thinking, not as lame, huh?
What? I don't have time for a stupid dance. I thought you, of all people, would get that.
Dude, I don't want to freaking dance. I gotta do work. I'm tired. I haven't slept in days. Right? And she's big bags under her eyes. And you're like, oh, okay.
Poor son.
Poor Sun. But, like, you should have picked up.
That was a good attempt, though, you gotta admit. Hey, dances, right? Pretty lame, but, I thought you and me, not so lame, so I was thinking,
Yeah.
You wanna go?
It's bad timing is what it is.
Yeah.
And so he gets turned the heck down. And everybody goes back to the RWBY room. And they're like, hey, Blake, you need to just chill. Sleep. Sleep is something you're supposed to do. It's like, but lives are on the line. It's like, look, Yang and Vice, they're organizing the dance. They can, why don't we all just enjoy the dance, have fun for like a weekend, and then we'll be right back at it and we'll be rested.
What are we accomplishing by freaking out about it all the time?
Blake, you won't be able to find anything if you can't even keep your eyes open.
All we're asking is that you take it easy for one day. I think this is a colossal waste of time.
Just take a break, take a breather.
Yeah. And Blake's like, no, their lives on the line. You guys are dumb. I'm not going to take a break so that I become better at being able to find things rather than being tired and not being able to think properly. I'll be in the library if you need me.
Studying things that are probably relevant. Like, what is she looking up is my curiosity.
I don't know. But we move on to... there's another knock on the door, and Vice opens it, and it's John! And he's singing, trying to serenade her, and she closes the door immediately.
And she shuts the door.
And then he opens the door after he says, I won't sing, I promise. He's like, I lied!
I promise not to sing.
I lied!
And he tries to ask her to the dance and song. He's like, are you done? He's like, yeah.
That-
She closes the door.
Not as good as Sun's. For effectiveness' sake. For humor, sure, great. For effectiveness, that was never going to work.
And then Vice gives us the tidbit of, yeah, boys are always after my name and my title. And besides, I already have somebody in mind. Neptune. Oh. And then we go to Jean and Pyrrha are still training.
Yeah.
And
which makes sense.
John's doing good. He's actually being competent now. Not like as great as Pyrrha is, because Pyrrha is busted.
And you can assume she's not cheating in these training sessions.
Yeah. But it's It's like, yeah, we need to find out what your semblance is, Jean.
I know you get frustrated, but you must keep trying. I'm sure we'll discover your semblance any day now.
You know, we don't know what his semblance is.
Yes,
but I have a
we
feeling
do need to find out what his semblance is.
Because I have a feeling it's really OP. That would make sense. You'd give the guy who's traditionally the weakest the strongest one, or you give him the stupidest one. You gotta go for it. Either comedy or plot.
Like, seriously, showrunners, at some point, it'd be great if we find out.
We still don't know what it is? No, seriously. As far as we are now, we still don't know what it is?
I think the implication is he didn't start training with Aura until the start of Beacon, which is really fucking late. So
yeah,
this is something that takes time to unlock.
So yeah, Jean's feeling down. He doesn't want to do Aura training. And Pierre's like, what's wrong? It's like, oh, it's Weiss. And she immediately looks sad. And he's like, yeah, you just want to go to the dance with me. And you know, I'm feeling down. And Pierre's like, well, you know, there are other fish in the sea. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Pick me, please. And he's like, oh, Pierre, you're so popular. You probably have many guys just wanting to go to the dance with you. And she's like, you'd be surprised. And he's like, oh, no, man. Like, I wish I could be as popular as you, Pierre. You know, having all those guys just throwing themselves at you. Boy, you know, I don't stand a chance with Weiss. But, you know, if I was going after you, I wouldn't stand a chance either, because there's so many boys throwing themselves at you. And
you go alone to the dance. If that happens, I wear a dress.
And, like, you can see her just be like, come on. Like, she wants the D really badly. And, yeah. She's not going to get it right now,
Do you think it curves? Like an arc?
Moving on! Moving on. We see Team Evil being like, yeah, we figured out her powers. She's really interesting. Add her to the list. And then we see good old Cinderella being like, yeah, I got an evil plan, and she holds up a needle.
I hate waiting.
Don't worry, Mercury. We have a fun weekend ahead of us.
And, you know, since we are going with fairy tale lore, there's only one needle I can really think of at the moment. And that's the thing that Sleeping Beauty pricks herself on, which makes you go to sleep eternally.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have no idea how she uses that needle. Like, I watched this with you, and I saw the needle, and I was like, wait, is that no? Is that no? What is that? No idea.
Well,
Lost
okay.
as you are.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the episode, and it's okay. It's good. I like seeing more Pierre and Jean after so long, because it has been an exceptionally long time, which is good, but you know, provides more balance. So, yeah. Thoughts towards music, you know, not real much in the way of...
There wasn't much.
music.
Unless you count Jordan's song.
Pyrrha's fight is good. Pyrrha's still really awesome, in case you forgot.
And a cheating cheater.
Yeah, but that's how you win, is you cheat. More so, there was more setup and shipping stuff, I feel like, in this episode.
A lot of shipping stuff this time.
Yeah. So, I don't know, what were your thoughts, Casey, going back to this?
What the fuck is that needle? Yeah, I mean, the fight's cool with Pyrrha and Cardinal, but...
Hey, Dad, bring your...
It's cool and all, but I would have liked to see them be on somewhat closer to a level playing field. Like, she just curb stomps the entire team. Like, an entire team of 4 people trained for years to be huntsmen in this case, and she walks over all of them at once, and that is a little too one-sided.
At the same time, her backstory is that she is the best. Like, it's not the point where I'd say, that seems off, that should be fixed. Because no, her whole thing is she's famous for being the best.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's supposed to be a school full of badasses, and Team Cardinal, again, they could have done more with them, and they've just been turned to cannon fodder to make other people seem cool. It feels like a waste.
Yeah. And that's fine. Honestly, I've gotten over it. Yeah. I would have preferred to see her going against, like, 1v1, say Blake, right? And because Blake's going through stuff right now, and you could show some of that stuff through their fight.
Yeah.
Maybe Blake's not very focused or something. Or maybe Blake is like, I need to just end this now so I can go back to doing stuff.
Well, I feel like when it comes to training for combat, she would be very invested in that specifically. But, yeah.
I know, but like, you can use action as a vehicle for character development. And I feel like they didn't use it as well as they could have.
No. It was kind of a waste. It was... Basically, the entire thing was for the sake of the fight with Mercury. It was like, this girl is really, really strong. Like, really, really strong. Ridiculously strong. Overpowered strong, you could say. And then it's all for the sake of showing, oh, this is her weakness.
And you don't have to have Mercury fight her to figure it out. You just have to have Mercury be smart enough to watch and figure it out. So it felt unnecessary.
Like, you wouldn't know it, but he has been trained to observe. This is part of his backstory that we'll get to in a future season. But he has been trained to observe. So you would think he's been watching fighting classes for however long they've been there, and he would start to pick up the patterns of how they move, how the fighters move. So he might have been able to pick up tells while he was watching Pyrrha fight someone, and they would fight slightly different and slightly worse than they usually do.
Yeah, without having to necessarily fight her himself.
Because that's...
So...
He put himself forward than he probably needed to. More than he probably needed to, rather.
I mean, you could observe and not, like, make yourself stand out.
Yeah.
Which is... He made himself stand out. Which is
a bad thing for him to do, given his role and backstory. It doesn't make sense given his backstory, and that's all I'll say for that.
So basically, that's the only real complaint I have. Is that whole beginning thing. And
Actually, that was my complaint, but you sort of co-opted it at this point, I guess.
Yeah, I know. Like, no, the more I think about it, the more I have that complaint. You know, I slowly gained that complaint through contemplation. I reflected upon it, and thus I received it. Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
Weird, dude. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much the episode. It's, training and stuff, and shipping and stuff. A little bit high school special again. Only romance instead of bullying. So okay, sure.
And that's not necessarily bad, because you're going to be needing those types of episodes if going forward. So when you have the darker stuff, you can be like, remember when that was all we had to worry about? Was freaking the dance, you know? I guess
there's implications of that point's coming just from the opening.
So you want to have that sort of that feeling of, yeah, this is a high school and this is actual fun we're having with our friends.
Yeah.
Granted, there's some parts that aren't so fun, and I feel really bad for Pyrrha.
It feels like it's gone on for a bit too long, or that it goes on for a bit too long because it keeps going for quite a while. But that might be because of outside circumstances. Like, for one, they get an hour and a half, give or take. It's about 2.5 hours for the future seasons, but that's how much time they get per season. They don't have a lot of time to explore a lot of stuff. They don't have a lot of time to move the plot forward quickly. So they take what they can get. So yeah, it makes sense in that context, but the feeling's still there that it took a long time for them to get past the high school drama crap.
Yeah. But oh well. I'm still interested, I guess.
Yeah.
And we'll continue onwards.
Next week with,
Final.
I believe it's called Burning the Candle.
Burning the Candle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the episode that you've been waiting for, where Yang gets characterization. And Yang
Yay.
get a relationship dynamic.
Yay! It only took 2 seasons.
16 plus 6, so 22 episodes. That's all it took.
Yeah. For one of the main 4 to get characterization.
So, thanks for watching. We'll be back with another one in future.
Yeah.
If we're a little down, this is because this is the end of a recording session that's gone on for quite a while.
Yeah. Quite a while.
Yeah, starting with Conception was a bad idea because that's not exactly an energy builder.
Well, sometimes it is. We were just at a bad part.
It wasn't this time.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
I guess at this point it's probably going to be something like Happy Chinese New Year or something. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Full out of each chair. 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 Full out of each chair.
No.
That was less amusing than I thought it would be. You suck, Zero.